Welcome, you're watching Vox News, your daily news updates with Rita Kamkumo. Our headlines today: health authorities declare a new Ebola epidemic in Guinea with the first 3 deaths recorded so far in 5 years. Zimbabwe receives 2,000 doses of China's Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccine as it plans to start vaccinations this week. President Buhari calls for unity after deadly clashes erupted between different communities in Nigeria over the weekend. Our top story today: health authorities in Guinea announced on Sunday that the country was in the midst of a new Ebola epidemic situation, the first resurgence of the virus in 5 years.
Very early this morning, the Conakry laboratory confirmed the presence of the Ebola virus. So this situation puts Guinea in a situation of an Ebola epidemic. There were a total of 7 cases, including 3 deaths. Of the 7, 4 were men and 3 were women. 3 were isolated, 1 in Conakry and 2 in Zerekore. One of our citizens became ill and unfortunately died. His burial took place in Gauke from February 1st, and some people who took part in the funeral began to experience diarrhea, vomiting, bleeding and fever a few days later. The first samples were confirmed on February 12th.
The confirmed Ebola cases marked the first known resurgence of the virus in the West Africa region since a 2013-2016 epidemic that started in Guinea and killed over 11,000 people. The World Health Organization has vowed to send assistance quickly. Meanwhile, in neighboring Liberia, President George Weah on Sunday put Liberian health authorities on heightened alert following Guinea's announcement. Zimbabwe this Monday received the first shipment of 2,000 COVID-19 vaccine doses donated by China and developed by Chinese pharmaceutical giant Sinopharm.
The safety of the vaccine is our top priority. So according to the figures of trial of Chinese vaccine, our vaccine is very safe, and also the effectiveness is also proven. China is working with 58 countries on the vaccine assistance, and also working with 22 countries for the vaccine procurement.
So this is a timely donation work, given the recent ravages and tragedies that visited our nation through COVID-19.
Zimbabwe plans to start its vaccination campaign this week, which could make it the first Southern African country to begin vaccinating its population against COVID-19. Meanwhile, in the East Africa region, Rwanda announced on Sunday that it has started vaccinating its frontline health workers with a limited number of COVID-19 vaccines. According to the Health Ministry, this initial phase will be followed by a wider rollout this month, with supplies expected from the global COVAX initiative to provide vaccines, as well as an African Union program. Rwanda is the first country to start COVID-19 vaccinations in East Africa. The country of 12 million people has so far officially recorded just over 17,000 coronavirus cases, including about 200 deaths and more than 14,000 recoveries. In Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday vowed to protect all religious and ethnic groups after deadly clashes broke out between different communities at a market in the southwest during the weekend. At least 1 person was killed following a dispute that broke out on Friday at the Shasha market in Ibadan, the capital city of Oyo State. long-running disputes over access to land and resources between northern Fulani herders and southern Yoruba farmers gave rise to renewed ethnic tensions across the southern region. President Buhari condemned such violence and promised that his government would take action to prevent further unrest. Local authorities have temporarily shut down the market and imposed a curfew in the area. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, the police over the weekend arrested a group of protesters in Lagos after they attempted to hold a government-banned rally demanding justice for victims of a deadly shooting during widespread demonstrations against police brutality in October last year.
Beat up because I was working in my country. It's never a crime. Beat up because I was working. I'm not here with any weapon. I'm here for human rights. This is not done. Everybody knows. Even those police officers too, they knows. What do they know? They knows. They knows that things are not going well in this country. This is not how things should be done. Three of my friends were killed last year. Three of my friends, and we are not hearing anything about it. This is not a crime. Protest is not a crime. Is it because I'm having pride? Protest is not a crime. I'm an artist, I sing. Is it because the way things are going is not done, it's not right. And we have to stand as one.
Activists had called for new protests on social media after the justice authorized the reopening of Lagos Lekki Toll Gate, where the infamous shooting occurred.
For the people that were shot, for the people that died, for the people that have been amputated, for the people that have lost their loved ones, we want justice, nothing more than justice. You shot at peaceful protesters who were sitting on the floor, waving the flag and singing the national anthem.
Buhari, you should be ashamed of yourself, sir. You do not deserve to be the president of Nigeria, and you should step down soon.
Enough is enough in my country, please. I can't even afford security bill and they want me to pay 500,000 for security house rent. How will I get that? How will I get that? Look at my CV, I'm looking for a job. Best Nigeria security bill, no one can help me. No one can help me, I'm just tired.
The call for protests was suppressed by the authorities, who warned that the weekend rallies could degenerate into violence in the name of justice. The arrested protesters have been granted bail and released over the weekend. On the international scene in the United States, the Senate on Saturday predominantly acquitted former President Donald Trump of inciting the deadly January attack on the United States Capitol. Trump's legal team reacted following his acquittal.
I don't grapple with anybody. We finished the grappling in that room and we slammed them down on the mat and won this case. There's no grappling anymore. We won, not guilty.
Myself, Mr. Van der Veen, and the other members of the team are extraordinarily gratified that the United States Senate decided, as they did, to protect our constitutional way of life and not go down the road of endless impeachments.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump supporters celebrated his acquittal on an impeachment charge near his residence in Florida.
My face feels frozen with a smile. I'm like hurting. I'm just so happy. I'm like, yes, the fact that they put him through that. I'm just wanting to show him support, show the people that pass by. There's a lot of people who like to look at his property, so I figure if they're looking, they're going to see this.
I'm pleased about the acquittal. You know, I think the justice was done. I don't think it was his fault what happened. I think it was unfortunate. And I look forward to him coming back.
I'm happy. I'm pleased. It was complicated. It could have gone either way.
A two-thirds majority of the 100 senators was necessary at Trump's historic second impeachment trial for conviction, but it fell short in a 57 versus 43 vote. Last but not least, in Zimbabwe, prominent Zimbabwean journalist Hopewell Chin'ono recently released a song titled Dem Loot, in which he denounces rampant government corruption in his country. The short freestyled reggae dancehall song has become viral since he uploaded it to Twitter.
It was just so natural. I was sitting where I'm sitting now in my study, And I was reading a book, and I got mentally tired of reading. So I just started playing a reggae track and just started singing and recording at the same time. It was not planned. I didn't actually write the lyrics. They were just coming out of my head. It was a freestyle type of singing. And I was surprised that within 30 minutes of posting it on Twitter, it had been retweeted over 1,000 times. And 24 hours later, it had been watched on different platforms more than 500,000 times, which meant that it was an art form that the youths are comfortable with, and it enabled us to have a discussion about serious issues that are affecting our country with something that was fun. It is very surreal in a way, because I never thought it was going to turn out that way. But I'm comfortable with being an internet sensation, because it's helping our issues to be put on the table and for the global audience to discuss the Zimbabwean problem.
Chi'nono's song has inspired Zimbabwean artists, including award-winning singer Voxafrica, whose brand new track, titled Dem Loot, was released this Monday.
Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Daddy hoping at your party, party, party. Lord of them loot. Them loot, them loot, them loot. Hospitals, no medication, them loot. Them loot, them loot, them loot. Ghetto youths, no jobs, you know, them loot. Them loot, them loot, them loot. No water to drink in townships, them loot. Them loot, them loot, them loot. Lord have mercy.
That's it for today. Thank you for watching Vox News.